Hello everyone, I'm back. And we're hopping right into it this time. There has been no changes. So it's just straight up playing game. So last time we ended with us invading this drow place. Everyone was doing badly. Yersis was unable to hit basically anyone. Derek, well, doing moderate at best. And then there's Maama, the person we want. She's the person we want to hire to join our group as a frontliner. But first, we have to impress her. In an attempt to impress her, we have followed her on this mission of hers to help her out. The mission was simply adventurer thrown into danger. The goal is to survive. I asked the Oracle if there was a bit of a twist to it, and we are now hunting drow, trying to stop them from getting some sort of mold to create an ultimate, or not an ultimate instrument of destruction, but an instrument of destruction. So we sit here at the base of this temple, trying to figure out where are the drow we were supposed to hunt. We killed we killed four different parties of 4, and now we are here. Derek is still fairly hurt. I guess I will use a spell slaughter to help him out. So as we make our way up to this massively bloody altar, we look around, but we don't see any way to get farther into the temple. At least not initially. Yersis finds it. Yersis, the person that Maama is least impressed by, manages to put together the clues of the area and determine that in order to open up the cavern below, they will need blood, as made evident to all the blood around. So here we go. We have plenty of undead. Or not undead, we have plenty of dead. We killed a lot of drow. We can very easily bring them up here and drain the corpses onto this platform. And after doing it, this big circle obelisk begins to shift underneath us. And this middle part becomes an elevator, which we can all ride on down. We're at the bottom of the elevator. We see a big open cave that opens up to another cliff face on the other side of the mountain. Someplace that most people haven't seen before. This big, massive, hidden castle on the other side of the mountain pass. Protected by a few drow, the ones that remain in the scouting party. So as we see this massive, somewhat underground castle, Maama will step forward with her axe in hand and turn towards the party and ask, how do we want to do this? Do we approach from the front, attack him head on, or do we try to get around? We, as a party, mainly tried to delve to stealth first. So we recommend that Maama and Derek get close, but not close enough to alert them, while Stivwilt, Yorkle, and Yersis sneak on. And depending on our stealth, depends on how far we're able to get. We make it up to here. I'm going to mount Yorkle, because I am one size smaller, I can, and have him climb up the cliffside, or the side of the castle. I have to make an athletics check. Okay, Yorkle is able to climb up to here, and we will lower a rope down for Yersis. I will unmount Yorkle, and we will attack me first. So as that wolf spider dies, Maama will look around to the others and say, Where did the drow go? Yersis will call out from above, she went into the tower. Might be trying to get reinforcements. And Maama will swear under her breath, because there goes our element of surprise. We have to find a way into the tower. That is not this front gate. Let's see, is there a way up to the top of the tower from the front gate. There is. So she spent 10, so she has 25 movement speed. She'll rush, and that's all she can do because she already attacked. See, Silverwilch will run over there, cure wounds, and then he's going to wild shape. I did change out his wolf for the giant frog because I realized after reading it that he is not locked to non-aquatic forms, unlike normal druids. But despite that, he's gonna wild shape into a giant wolf spider. Gonna crawl and climb. Derek is going to move here. He's going to dash. 40 feet, he has 20 left. So he goes back up to 10 feet. And he has 10 feet left, but he is right next to the drow. And that is all he can do. Drow will attempt to stab. Nope. They will take an attack of opportunity from Derek. Ooh, only 3. As I go down 5 more feet. And out the door. Not yet close enough to get any of the guards' attention. 25, 30, 35. This is as close as she can get. But she's going to throw a hand axe as an action. Oh boy. 15. Okay. Well, with that, we survived this first combat without alerting the rest. Maama will pick up her axe again as we all meet here. As we all meet there, we'll call it to Yursis before she gets too far ahead and let her know that we're clear. Maama just looks at her because she rolled 2 nat ones in a row, and that was it. I think she shot the spider. I think she missed the spider, actually. I don't remember. Either way, not impressed. So Yursis will tell them what she found. The warning horn on that side of the tower. We have to get over there and stop the drow from blowing the horn. Maama agrees and says she will go over there to take care of that because she trusts herself too. Yursis is going to go with her. So these two will be going over here. Derek thinks that Silverwilch and him should go off into the middle field because they saw a number of spiders. So that would force them to come to them. Like if we wait until we see them attack the drow, we should be good. So Silverwilch still in spider form. Druids can now speak in animal form, so I got that going for them. We'll tell him to hold on and wait until they see Maama and Yursis start to fight. As they get here, Maama will turn to Yursis and say, "This is your chance to not fuck it up. Shoot the drow, and then I will charge. But if you miss, don't miss." Yursis will nod, nervous now. Yursis is a little bit on the nervous side. But before we begin, she gets her attack. She gets her surprise attack. Wow, another nat 1 on her part, but at least the 18 counters it. We have cleared out the second group of people with only Maama getting hit that time. Maama will turn to Eustace as we regroup and says, "Better. Could be doing better, but that was better." And she's gonna look to the rest and say, "Very well. You are doing very good, the rest of you. There might be something to an alliance with you after all, but for now, our trial's not yet done. We must move on." And she turns and leads the way as we stealth. Not a great spread there. Not a great spread. 7 plus 22 plus 16 plus 3 plus 11 divided by 5. 11.8. We didn't... Rounding up, that just meets their passive perception. But there's kind of nowhere really to hide here, so I will say that as we approach, they see us immediately. And they know that we went through the rest of the guards because we made it this far. They're just going to go straight for combat. All of them. Star's going to move there. Attack one of the first two people with disadvantage. Misses both of them, so it doesn't matter. Same thing, except advantage, or not advantage, except straight roll. Misses both of them, so it doesn't matter. Dietrich will rush forward and attack. Okay. Derek just, for a martial protector guy, he's just not really not good with that sword. Maama, still enraged, will move here, attacking this drow as she passes. Recklessing even. Got 10 feet of movement left. She'll move here. Elite warrior, hearing the call-outs of the other ones, will begin to move around this big hole and make its way to the front. Maama, she makes it again. Ooh, 3 damage. So 3 and 5 minus 8. Ziv will move forward and attack. Half damage. So only takes 3. Oh, that could have been so much better. Oracle will move here. Attack her if he hits. If he hits, what he does, he deals the additional d6 damage. 14, dead anyway. It keeps throwing me off with them only rolling 1 die. Stab. Four. Derek will hold his amulet close and use Divine Spark on Maama. 11 HP to Maama. He will move forward what he can. Oh, so he's gonna reckless attack the drow. I mean, that hits anyway, but it's still gonna be reckless. 9 for 18 damage. Moves here. He moves to the edge and he sees the attackers. He smiles to himself and he's going to cast Fairy Fire. Makes it. Doesn't make it, so he's Fairy Fired. Doesn't make it, so he's Fairy Fired. Doesn't make it, so he's Fairy Fired. And doesn't make it, so he's Fairy Fired. Giant Wolf Spider and to attack the other spider that just bit him. Takes the half damage. The Vulture bites back at advantage. 19. Barrels takes all of it. No. Damage. Normal. 15. Spider is dead. He will then proceed to move here, climb up, other feet here, and command Yorkel to do the same. Use a get here, make an athletics check to climb. Makes it. Goes up 20 feet with 10 feet extra. Goes there. And attacks. Misses? Yep. Yrsus will fire at him. He's got partial cover. Doesn't matter. Finally a crit. 10. She then's going to move and then cutting action dash. She's technically underneath Yorkel now, gotta remember that. She's rushing. There's 2 people near him. He's gonna do 1 attack to each. At advantage. Oh. Okay, hits anyway. 21. Ooh, is there a save? There's not. And 1 to Yorkel. Oh, why? So, Yorkel's max HP is 20. Yeah, Yorkel does not go unconscious. He is straight up dead. Straight up unalived. Oh boy. Civil is gonna bonus action drop. He's gonna drop Wild Shape, and upon seeing his true form, the elite warrior will look down to him and says, "So the slaves are rebelling." Well, he says this. Well, he says something in Elvish, but it is akin to, "The slaves are rebelling. What a shame." Yrsus is going to 30 feet there, and then 10 feet, 20 feet up. She can get there. Maama, seeing this guy might be a little on the tough side, charges forward, and she's going to absolutely reckless this guy. She crits because of improved critical. Why did I never change that? So because of improved critical, she crits for 28 damage. And because she reckless, she gets to add her frenzy damage to it. That's a crit. For another 31 damage. And then she's going to use her... She is going to use her racial Frost Chill to deal an extra 9 damage. Huh. She killed that guy good. Wow. Okay. So, Maama ran out to this guy, entirely enraged, pissed out of her mind, and thinking to herself, this guy needs to die now, and dealt 68 damage with 1 attack roll. So, yeah. This is a CR5 encounter. As you can see, he is strong because he just absolutely one-shot Yorkel and brought Civil down to about 2 HP. And then Maama, being a barbarian, said, "I don't give a flying fuck," and killed him instantly, surprising everyone around them. Everyone who saw this is now shocked We are shooketh. We are shooketh. And you might ask yourself, what are we going to do about dead Yorkle? Well, let me tell you something. If the beast has died within the last hour, you can use an action to touch it and expend a spell slot at first level higher, and he will return to life after 1 minute with all of his hit points restored. Luckily, Stilvilch has 1 spell slot left, so I will just use that. And after a minute, he will return with all of his hit points. So, Maama just sits there, covered in blood from this absolute monster of a attack she just did. Her muscles pulsating, her teeth grinding, and frost falling from her form. As Stilvilch just, one, resurrects his pet, and then as Yorkle begins to stir, he walks over to her and pats her on the leg and says, well done. You, well done. Maama looks down at him and shakes her head as she lets her rage drop. And she, okay, me the player slash DM is kind of stunned at what just happened. Forgive these because that was kind of a lot of shit that just happened. But not a lot. It was one shit that just happened, but it happened bigly. But she lets the rage drop, looks down at them as everyone else approaches, and then she looks at the mess she made of the drow before rubbing her head and saying, Do you think we'd be able to find the mold he was after? Stilvilch will try to loot the body. 10. If he has the mold on him, Stilvilch can't find it, but I'll allow one more try from Yersis, who's actually proficient in it. So Yersis pulls out the mold of the weapon, and it is an advanced type of dagger that is able to hold and inject more lethal poison when stabbed. And she holds it up and looks it over, and Derek will walk over and say, Mind if I hold on to that? I'm a bit of a smith myself, and I wouldn't mind taking a crack at recreating whatever that is. If you don't mind, Maama. And Maama will shake her head and turn away to look at the this castle here. And she says, Do what you want. My job here is done. And she'll walk over to Stilvilch and say, If you want me to join your party, I assume you and your companions will do more to impress me. I can see that you need me, but the question remains about why I would need you. But not you specifically. It's clear you have great healing powers, and your ability with beasts is not one to be underestimated. But you're a Dragonborn. She seems like unreliable to say the least. And Derek, he does great for standing in the front line, but he's not so good for taking them out of the front line either. Though you did stick with me for this, and you didn't run away when things were getting rough. When you killed your pet. That bravery matters to me somewhat. I'll think about working with you again. Perhaps we can find another task and another test of strength. The vulture looks up to her and nods, understanding. And it does make sense. Why does she need them? But she's going to be a temporary party companion as we make our way back to Brecker's Landing. we're gonna find a safe place to rest. What's the DC for finding a resting place? DC is 6. Well, we're able to find somewhere. Does anything happen at night? No. No nighttime events. Though throughout the night, Silvilch is a little bit more doting on Yorkle, because he did die. Yeah, he didn't get a fighting chance. He straight up died. The next day, the 27th, one encounter in the morning. A royal/noble personage and their entourage passes in an opulent carriage. Doesn't make sense around this area. Let's see what 54 is. An abandoned ruined structure of some kind, which may or may not have a subterranean component. See, it's early in the morning, so we're pretty far away from the bandit ambush spot. While that's okay to note, I will simply put down a marker for it. Must have been one of the early settlement attempts before Iron Reach became the hub. So as we rest that night, the party will talk about which direction they want to go. They say that we can go back to the bridge, but the bandits might not be too happy after we killed them. And Maama will look at us and say that, and ask if we killed all of them. And we said, all the bandits are at the bridge, yes. And Mama's like, so there might be more. Then why would we run? So Silvilch will reply, that many bandits was tough for us to handle. But we still killed 16 of them by ourselves. What I'm gonna do is roll persuasion on Silvilch, and the goal of this is to make him seem tougher in the eyes of Maama. Okay. He'll add guidance to it because why not? It helps. 16. So Maama looks at Silvilch as he tells the tale about how they killed him, and she looks impressed at Derek, who did manage to stand his own on the far side. But unfortunately, Yersis continues to unimpress. To which Yersis will whisper to Silvilch, do we really need this person? She seems to just hate me. And Silvilch will just tell her that yes. Did you see what she did to that drow? Yes, we need her. You'll get to like you. Everyone does eventually. And now Maama is going to attempt a persuasion check to get us to go fight the rest of the bandits. Doesn't work. We don't want to do. We'll pass through the bridge, but we're not going to actively hunt out the bandits while we're still sort of, in a manner of speaking, licking our wounds. Give everyone another long rest or regain hit die. And the next day we continue on. We go to the bridge. Are there any more bandits at the bridge? No. Either they haven't realized that the bridge people are dead yet, or they have decided to cut their losses and not reinforce it again and so soon. Now just roll for random encounter. Nothing happens this day. It's New Year's Eve, everyone. What's the encounters like? One as we set up camp. 8 and 51. So 51. Animal thing again. Walk by, look up. Hey, what's up, dude? Excited. And 8 is a sinkhole. Neither one of those are particularly hostile to us. Is it the same animal as before? No. Okay, well, doesn't matter then. That was this night's encounter. Hope y'all had fun. Do our survival abilities impress Maama with Silvilch able to keep us on the road and whatnot? No. I mean, I guess it is very simple to not get lost here. Go north. Well, I tried. But now that we're back on the main road, things will be picking up. And by picking up, I mean nothing happens today. We have a very uneventful New Year's. Anything happened this day? No, another uneventful day. Like when this happened. There were so many encounters in the past couple sessions. I'm kind of happy that there were so few encounters this one. We finally can just like walk. And the encounters are important because they might lead to potential quests, and it might lead to just meeting people and growing as characters and stuff, as well as having just something happen. But too many of them, man. There were just too many. 1, 2. We get 2. One when we're picking up camp, and the other before afternoon. 52 is a trapped creature. And 93 is an NPC appears with a quest. Ooh. Let's see. 84, execution of innocent party planned. And 95, spiritually beneficial place rumored. I feel like people will most likely search us out to try to help their friends. So this Ermin runs up to us as we're packing up. And at first he stops short, a little spooked at the massive Goliath and tiny kobold. But then he sees Derek and Yersis and he sighs out loud and continues approaching, saying, Travelers, you wouldn't happen to be adventurers, would you? If so, I could really use some help. To which Derek will turn and adjust his backpack on his back and says, We might. What do you need? And Ermin will say, A friend of mine is about to be executed by a group of local bandits. He needs help, and they're blaming him for killing one of their men. But he couldn't kill them. He's harmless. But he can't die. Not like this. Maama, upon hearing the bandits and doing good, she is neutral good. She might be a bit rude, but she's honest. That's her thing. She speaks honestly. But she stands and says, Of course, we'll help. Lead the way, Ermin. He's like, yes, okay. This way. And he'll lead us to this bandit encampment, which I will make real quick. Right. Okay. So Ermin will lead us to the execution area, where we see a larger than average bandit with a bunch of his lackeys surrounded by farm folk watching as the bandit captain claims, this is what happens to any who fails to obey them and any who stands up against them. Kill another one of his men and his whole village will burn. As the bandits are preparing to string him up in the tree. And Ermin will whisper over to the rest of them, saying, There's still time. You have to stop them. To which Yersis will say, We will. So this isn't going to be a surprise round because the bandits are obviously on guard with all these commoners around being antsy. Yersis is going to let's have them roll stealth beforehand. So yeah, we make it. That 2 isn't going to bring us below a 10. So Yersis will sneak up around the house. So that's 25, 30, bonus action dash, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So technically she's 5 feet off the map. But she's going to draw her bow and fire at this bandit for only 5. Bandit takes a hit, and obviously all the rest of the bandits will notice. And they look up at the Dragonborn woman who just shot them. This bandit is going to make an athletics check to try to hang Ermin's friend. He's able to lift him up. As they both pull on the ropes, Ermin's friend raises. And rules as written when it comes to strangulation, which I should move over here. Man, you know, I love D&D Beyond for how easy it makes to get the books and everything, but fuck, it really sucks when you're trying to find specific information. Turns out, it's not underneath water combat or breathing or anything. It's underneath the environment tab of Player's Handbook. A creature can hold its breath a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its con mod. Minimum of 30 seconds. When a creature runs out of breath or is choking, it can survive a number of rounds equal to its constitution modifier, minimum of 1. At the start of its next turn, it drops to 0 hit points and is dying. So that means that we have 1 round to get Ermin's friend down. Actually, technically 2 rounds because it needs to be his turn and go around to be his turn again. The 11, but with flanking bonuses it hits, and he's dead. With that, we have 1 victory for us. Victory for everyone except for Yersis. I don't want to pick on her because she's my starting companion, but god damn, is she turned useless recently. With Ermin's friend and the rest of the villagers safe, they will thank us profoundly, and they'll offer what little they can in terms of reward. And going to the Dungeon Master's Guide, actually it doesn't matter, we'll deny the reward, because all they got is like a few handful of pocket change. We'll say, it was just an honor to help. Enjoy the rest of your day, we are going to continue on. And we do. What's the second encounter for the day? 72 or 87? As 87 is a patrol, and 72 is a monster level appropriate hard encounter. We'll say that we get a patrol from a nearby settlement. Just a bunch of guards on the road. May not seem like this road is guarded, but they have limited guards. So that's what it is, just a patrol. Nothing going on, no one's being attacked, so they don't really bother us. We don't lose any loyalty there because we still did our job, but we also don't gain any loyalty because Yersis and Derek barely hit anything. Derek hurt something because of saving throw and then once with a sword, and Yersis hit 2 arrows and 1 dagger strike and missed everything else. 1 encounter in the middle of the day. When we're looking for, or when we're approaching the walls. Monster, level appropriate, hard and or deadly encounter. And 89. The road disappears and place looks nothing like on the map. How long have I been recording? 2 hours? Let's do the hard encounter. Well, on a 4 on this die is deadly. Nope, it's just hard. So the orcs stand in front of us as we see the gates in the distance, the towering towers of Brecker's Landing. and the orcs stop us. And they say something in their language, which I don't believe anybody speaks orc. You speak giant. You speak dwarvish. You speak druidic and sylvan. You're a pet. And you speak giant and druidic. So none of us know what they're saying, but it's clear they want to get our attention when we hear something approaching from behind. We'll let Maama and Sivvilch deal with that. He's dead, which means the darkness is gone. But she's not gonna miss out on doing this extra damage if she can, because she got critted. So this guy's super dead. Okay, well, when he dies, the darkness fades into smoke, and Yersis and Derek see for the first time, they actually lay eyes on the sneaky orc. To which Maama will say, "An orc that sneaks. Never thought I'd see the day." Sivvilch will agree as he drops form. "It's a strange one, deadly one. You okay, Maama? Look like he hurt you hard." And she'll grip her wound and sort of raise her hand like it's fine as she second wins. For only 4. But it's better than what she was at. It'll be fine. Quickly, let's get back to the village before more of these show up. They agree. And the party makes it back in Brecker's Landing that night. Did Maama get impressed by that last fight? I was gonna say like a +3-ish, because a 3-ish maybe, just because Yersis did manage to hit even at disadvantage, which is impressive. Sivvilch was able to track him in darkness because of spider form, also impressive. And Derek one hit an orc, which is impressive. Well, not one hit, but one turn an orc, which is impressive. So her loyalty went up to 2, or went up to 3 now. She's willing to join us when that gets to 5. But when we get to the village, or when we get to the city, she'll turn to us and say, "Alright then, if you wish for me to join your party, it seems like your foes are powerful enough. We'll see about working together again. For now, take your rest, and I will contact you if I find another job, as helpers, not party members yet." Sivvilch understands and offers a hand, and she'll kneel down and take it and shake it, because even while kneeling, she is still 2 feet taller than him, and they will go their own ways. We have returned to the city safely. Derek is going to examine the mold that he got. Really, he can't make heads or tails with it. He doesn't quite see how the poison will yet be able to get into the dagger. But he'll investigate more in his spare time. We go to the guild to see if there was a reward for Maama's quest. They say, yes, Maama got paid for it, but because you did go out of your way to help her, we have put aside a small amount for you. So we get a small amount of money for helping, because The reason we don't get like a fair share is because one, it was Mama's quest. We just sort of jumped into it, and two, they did ask us for help, which is why we're getting paid at all. 7. Okay, yeah. By being hardly paid at all, I mean 5d6 copper. Well, we get 18 copper to split between the 3 of us. That's 6 copper each. Didn't really make it large for how long that trip was, but again, it wasn't our job to do. I'm gonna have to roll something for Yersis, because unfortunately Maama did have her questioning whether or not she is good to be traveling with Civ Welch. So gonna roll for her dedication. Not her loyalty. Even if she leaves the party combat-wise, she'll still help. I'd say she's still mostly dedicated, so it'd be an 80 or above for her to consider leaving. No, she's still staying strong. Okay. Maama didn't rattle her too much. 4 days will pass. Let me roll on the quest generator to see what pops up. Roll twice, take the best one. Or the one I'm most interested in. Unjust killing, revenge, or dangerous item exposed / up for grabs. Well, that one could be good. And now find or destroy. Are we going to be accompanied by the person who put in the quest? Yes. 77. No. So if the job isn't right, I'm gonna have to re-roll it, because there's no reason like a laborer or a hunter or a trapper or whatever would want this. A priest, maybe. She is a neutral good priest. How many keywords do we get for this quest that we know about? Ooh, the map only has 1 keyword? Well, what is it? Orbit? Object fell from space. So that's all we got, is that it's an object that fell from space. Okay, so I'm going to ask a series of questions to figure out where it is. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Odds is the far lands. All right, so it's somewhere over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to roll 2d10s to determine where on the grid it is. Ooh. Farthest one. It's actually in the water. We're going to need a boat. My aquatic form can finally be useful. She's the one set upon this quest. But she cannot do it alone. I have a feeling the main enemy here is going to be Sahuagin. It only makes sense, so I'm going to add a +3 to this. Will Dallas supply us with water-breathing potions? I said +3, so maybe, so I'm going to take that as a roll again. Yes, okay. So she will supply us with water-breathing potions. So what we know about her is her hair is an unusual color. She's great with animals. She has a particularly low or high voice. I'm going high, so she's sort of like Chromie. Interaction trait is suspicious. She is suspicious of other people's. Her ideals is balance, self-sacrifice, and glory. Her bond is that she's captivated by a romantic interest, and her flaw is that she has overpowering greed. So that's Dallas. And Dallas will, I guess, join us as we attempt to make our way to this section of the Tamed Lands. But that'll have to wait for another day. It's been 3 hours recording. I'm wanting to make these shorter so they're easier to edit down and maybe more entertaining to watch. But that's it for now. I hope you all enjoyed. Next session, we sail across the narrow sea all the way up to Fairband, where then we will attempt to hire a skiff if she didn't already, or some sort of shipping crew, all the way over here to find this treasure that fell from orbit. But for now, I hope you had fun. Beta Bua against Monoct, my friends.